Would you say that the things you think about on a regular basis actually become your reality? This is something I want to address with you today because I had an experience for myself this week and I was reminded of that in my very own life. And I started seeing a lot of worry, doubt, and all those types of things creep in. And yes, that happens to me sometimes. And I know that I do talk a lot about mindfulness and I practice that on a regular basis, but I feel like it can still come up if we're not purposefully trying to manage our mind. So, as a matter of fact, I usually take out time every single morning to sit down, think about who I want to be, envision who I want to be, meditate on who I want to be, and think about how my day is going to play out before it ever even starts. And I want to talk to you a little bit today about a client who actually had a challenge that was based on some of the things that was actually going on in her mind. So the story is really cool because it starts out kind of bad and then it ends amazing. So a few years ago, this beautiful woman comes to me. She's sitting on her couch. She's going through menopause. She had some tumors, and she really thought that that was really all life had to offer her. Although there was hope that there was a little bit more to the story. And her hormones were in a place, we'll just call it menopause. And she had really kind of hit those phases of her life where she was feeling a little bit moody, she was feeling a little bit tired, she was gaining some weight, she just didn't feel like doing anything. So fast forward 2 years later, and she was living this amazing life. She had lost her excess body fat, she was working out on a regular basis, eating really healthy food, feeding that to her kids. Life was amazing. She was on a protocol to help with her tumors and also to help get rid of some infection that she had going on. And she calls me, and I heard a lot of distress in her voice. And she had sent me some photos a few days earlier. She said that she felt like her tumor was growing. And she said, I just feel really bloated and distended, and I really feel like I'm going backwards, and I'm not sure what to do. So she's been on a cleanse, and the one that she's been on has had its ups and downs because that's exactly what cleansing the body can do. Sometimes it's not all rainbows and unicorns, as I like to say. So what I started to ask her was, what do you want? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to shrink this tumor? Do you believe that you're setting yourself up for success by the things that you're doing every single day? And how are you managing those things? And she really started to tell me about all these areas where she felt like she was slacking off in her life. There were some minor things and then there were some major things that were really playing a role for her. And she just said that one of the biggest things was that she wasn't moving. She was just kind of going back to her lazy schedule. She had gotten really busy with her kids and things like that. And many of the areas that had brought her so much success, she had given up. And I think this is really common sometimes because we're thinking, oh, well, let me just take the pill. I'm not going to do the other things that are bringing me health. If I just take the pill, then the pill will work and everything will be fine. And the truth is that the pill is not the only answer. And as a matter of fact, it's a really tiny piece of the puzzle. Although it does help, it really is tiny in comparison to the whole lifestyle change that needs to take place. And here's what I recommended. And I'm going to recommend you do the same thing if you feel like you're slacking off. So I said, I want you to focus on the things in the areas where you feel so defeated. Because she did. She was obviously feeling like she wasn't making progress. And I said, if you are not walking, then walk. If you're not working out, then work out. You know what to do. If you're not eating right and drinking water, all the things, that lifestyle things that you know you need to be doing, do those things. And then when you're focusing on your future, what do you want that to look like? What would life look like if you actually had those things? What would you have if you had less inflammation? What if you had less body fat? So, and when those negative thoughts arise that say, I'm not making any progress, I'm gaining weight, I'm bloated, I'm inflamed, all the things, what can you actually grab a hold of and say to yourself that is positive, that can replace some of those negative thoughts, right? So maybe it's, I'm shrinking my tumors every day. Maybe it is, I'm actively working to get rid of inflammation in my body every single day. I do things every day that take me closer to my goals. And those are the things that I told her I would like for her to focus on over the next few days. Literally within a few days, she called me. She was absolutely amazed. So and the day that she got off the phone with me, she was literally drained. She didn't have any energy. And she said she didn't even have the energy to work out. And this is not like this person. But she said, when she called me, I cannot believe the amount of toxins that your mind can actually form in the physical body. She said, when I started releasing these thoughts, these negative thoughts, then I started to shift my mind. And I started seeing inflammation change. I started seeing my energy go up. I started seeing a lot of this infection that she had in her body. She said she started to see it leave. The truth is that your thoughts are going to show up in your life. Your brain is going to click on and it's going to do things to try to keep you safe, keep you from moving forward. And that's just the way the brain is. Sometimes the brain feels like it's almost separate from the body because we have in our mind that we want to do a certain thing, but then the brain tells us, no, you need to stay in this little safe zone. And I just want to leave you with this today, that your thoughts determine your beliefs. And your beliefs are going to determine your actions. So whatever you believe, you're going to take action on that. And then your actions are what determines your results. So if you're not taking action on the things that you want in your life, then you're not going to get the results that those actions would bring. So in her mind, she was feeling defeated. She was feeling like she was gaining weight. She was believing these things. Oh no. She thought, oh no, am I gaining weight? And then she began to believe it. Oh, I'm inflamed. The protocol's not working. I'm not getting rid of these bugs. The tumors, I'm starting to have a lot of pain. Like, what's going on? And then her thoughts determined her actions. So I said, what have you been doing? Well, I haven't been working out as much. I haven't been doing this as much. My diet, I've just been kind of picking up things here and there because I haven't had time. So her thoughts were actually determining her actions. After a couple of years of doing all the right things, all of a sudden she decided she didn't want to take action. And then those actions determined her results. So when you're taking action in the opposite direction of the way you should be going, then that's the way your results are going to head, right? All it took was shifting her mind. And the truth is about your thoughts is that they produce chemicals in the body that actually can be released and cause toxic buildup. They can cause tumors. They can cause growths. They can cause pain and all those different things. So here's the thing. You will have what you believe. And it doesn't matter if you believe that statement or not. It is a law. You will act upon the things you believe. And whatever your actions are, those are going to determine your results. It's not about supplements. It's not about lab tests. It's not about eating the right food so much all the time. Those are really big components. But a lot of times it's really more about you creating your future in your mind so that you can have it in reality. And I believe this so strongly. And if you think that's your missing piece, then maybe you have one small missing connection. And if you think that's the case for you, please feel free to reach out. I would love to chat with you. I even have mentors in my life that keep me in check in this area. Just this week, I had a very similar story. I was feeling defeated. I was feeling like I wasn't reaching my goals. I was like, man, I just feel like for the past couple months in certain areas of my life, I really feel like I'm backtracking. And the thing about it is I had a mentor say, hey, here's where your roadblock is. Your roadblock is your mind. You're a perfectionist. You're driven. You never slow down. You never take the time to appreciate life and enjoy life. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so right. I have this grateful heart, but my heart and my words weren't really lining up with my actions. So I think that sometimes we try to think about things too much. We worry. We're trying to figure out in our own mind logically and put together all the pieces. And sometimes that just doesn't work. We have to set ourselves up for success by managing our mind first. And then we can make all those things a part of our reality. So I hope this helps you guys today. I know that this is the middle of the holiday season and there's just a lot of stressors going on right now. So take something positive from this today. Go out and take action on it. I love you. I hope you're having an amazing day and we'll talk to you soon.